What's up everybody, DoolieRay here, and today we're going to take a look at some leaked information on the champions that are coming next month. To start things off here, we're going to talk about Bishop, but before I get into that, I just want to give a quick shout out to the person who brought this information to the community. So a big shout out to JJW for getting this information. He also asked for all YouTubers who do this to give a shout out to the unofficial Marvel Contest of Champions server on Discord. They have a live podcast every week, kinda. That's what they say. So I'll put some links in the description down below. If you are interested in that, you should definitely go check it out because this guy does a lot of work for the community, and we should all appreciate him very much. First of all, just I want to talk really quick about like a couple updates that are coming to the game. It looks like True Strike for characters is being turned into a counter for auto block, so Cable and Killmonger are going to become good options for fighting against maybe MODOK and Thor Ragnarok and Medusa. Anybody who auto blocks is now going to not be able to do that when the opponent has True Strike, so that is cool. I am interested in that, but let's move on, because what's really important here is Bishop, a new character coming next month. Alright, so let's, so from my initial looking at him, it seems that he may be a bit of a defender, but that is still to be decided. Nothing is for sure until he's actually in the game, and we can see how he plays. So let's go ahead, I'm going to get into this, and let's see what we can find out about Bishop. So his champion bio says the mutant known as Bishop was born into a bleak alternate future in which the robot sentinels wiped out most of the X-Men, and mutants were branded with an M over the right eye for identification. After chasing a criminal through a time portal, with no means to return to his own timeline, Bishop joined the X-Men. There you go, pretty cool. So his abilities, looks like he has energy absorption, energy damage, persistent power, and prowess. So I think looking at this, prowess seems to be kind of pretty important to the character. Also, energy absorption kind of comes from him getting hit. Let's get into this. So first things first, it says Bishop's mastery over energy and time enables him to enter a fight with, these numbers here in like the squiggly brackets, they're not set. They're just placeholders, so we don't know what these numbers are, and it's kind of important to how good a character is. So for now, we're just looking at kind of what Bishop's base abilities are without knowing like how powerful those abilities will be. We're just getting an idea of what he may be used for in the contest. So anyways, Bishop's mastery over energy and time enables him to enter a fight with a percentage of the power he finished his previous fight in the same quest with, which is pretty cool. I think that's an interesting idea, interesting ability. It's going to allow you to, maybe if you have, like, if you want to save 3 bars of power from, like, a fight that you're about to finish, you don't want to use it, you can finish off the fight, and then in the next fight that you go into, boom, you, well, actually, I guess it's a percentage of the power, so, I mean, you could still, maybe you could end up, like, with 1 bar of power, maybe 2 bars of power, and just really quickly get back up to 3. So this could be very, very interesting. Let's see, and also, maybe fighting against him as well is what I'm thinking. So if you're fighting him and you maybe die when he has like 2 bars of power in a quest, and you go back in with another character, maybe he already has just some power when you go back in. So that seems really interesting. He also has energy resistance, a certain number at all times. Energy attacks against Bishop generate a percentage more power, plus a certain number stacks of prowess, which is one of his abilities. Energy damage abilities against Bishop have up to a percentage chance with each tick to generate percentage power, plus number of stacks of prowess. It has no effect against the abilities of tech champions. So it looks like energy attacks, energy damage, you kind of have to get, what I'm understanding, my understanding of this at least, is that you have to get hit to generate power from these. Because it says energy attacks, energy damage against Bishop. So maybe if you're blocking, you can get some more power, get some prowess stacks. But I'm thinking possibly it might just be if you get hit with energy attacks, then you get extra power plus some prowess. And that's why I'm thinking that he may be a defender, because usually when champions are set up like this, when they get abilities from being hit, that makes them good for putting on defense and going that way. So let's move on. Absorb the kinetic energy of a well-timed block to generate percentage power plus number stacks of prowess. Prowess gained in this way is doubled against skill champions and tripled against energy-based special attacks. So maybe, I don't know. It depends on if you have to be hit by like the energy-based special attacks, you know? If it's just like if they use the special attack and it's energy based and you can evade it and then you like still get the power, that seems pretty cool to me. But I don't see it working that way, at least right now. I mean, it's totally possible that it could be. See here, steadily consume prowess to regenerate number of health per prowess consumed. So that's gonna allow you to regenerate depending on how much prowess you get. And I mean, it seems like getting prowess is kind of based on getting hit. So that's what I'm thinking is. He's going to be a defender. But if it works in a way that I'm not thinking about here, then he could be a pretty interesting attacker. Because you can regenerate with prowess. Each prowess consumed has a percentage chance to purify bleed debuffs. That's pretty cool. And then you consume all prowess and gain a percentage special attack or special damage per stack consumed. So everything here kind of revolves around prowess. If you will notice with me here. Let's see here, it says up to a percentage of basic attack damage is replaced with bursts of energy damage for 2 seconds. No, not 2 seconds, but like a number of seconds, allowing Bishop to mitigate armor and abilities that reflect attack damage. So this might make him interesting against, say, Electro or Killmonger maybe, with his, what is it, Reverberation. That might reflect that, so that'll be pretty neat. It says, this bonus energy damage increases by a percentage for each prowess consumed by Special 1. Up to a percentage of this energy damage penetrates the enemy block. So I'm wondering, it says basic attack damage is replaced with bursts of energy damage. So I'm wondering if that's just like, if it's like a Red Hulk thing where you do a hit and then it has like an extra hit, you know, with like extra energy, or if it's just like you do extra damage. I'm not sure entirely how that's going to work there. I'm trying to make sense of it though. Let's see, percentage damage. It adds a percentage damage if activated within the first something seconds of the fight. And then it adds a percentage damage against enemies above a percentage of health or below a percentage of health, that's interesting. There's gonna be like a window in the middle or something that you're not gonna hit as hard. Let's see, this increases to plus a percentage of damage against enemies at full health. So, looks like this energy damage is going to be pretty effective, pretty interesting. It depends on, it doesn't really say how you control it, really. So, it might be based on prowess, or it could just be like a natural ability that you have. Up to a percentage is replaced with bursts of energy damage. Yeah, it doesn't really say, it doesn't say why the basic attack damage is replaced. Let's see, it increases though for each prowess consumed by Special 1. Alright, it says here, if Bishop stays at full power for more than 2 seconds, not 2 seconds, a number of seconds, he overloads and loses a number of health per second until that power is spent. The longer he stays at full power, the faster health is lost. So it seems like you just want to use specials as soon as you can, and definitely if you get to the Special 3, you gotta use that, or you are losing health. And then he has a number of health per second is lost for each prowess above a stack of... Ooh, yikes. Activate any special attack to expel stored energy and avoid unnecessary damage. Okay, so it definitely looks like you're not gonna want to save the Special 3 on this guy. You're gonna want to use it as soon as you can. I don't know. I think it might be... like, the Special 3 might be pretty effective. You may not want to save it. But... yeah, definitely looking at this, they give him a little bit of a weakness here. I don't know, because it doesn't give him extra attack or anything. He just loses health if he has full power. So make sure if you get him to full power, seems like you just gotta use special attacks right away. So Champion HUD, I think we'll ignore that for the moment. It looks like that's just gonna be like words that are popping up when you're fighting with him or fighting against him. And then special attacks here. Special 1 is called Steady Release. It's just a twin gun assault where Bishop unloads frequent energy bursts. Special 2 is called Burst Release, in which Bishop's stored energy is amplified and then released in a single burst. Alright, sounds like Special 2 may be easy to dodge just right off the bat. If it's in a single burst, then it's probably pretty easy. But I'm getting that the special one probably will be a bit harder to dodge. Maybe it'll be like Cable's special one, something like that. And then special 3, Diffusion Wave. As Bishop approaches his limit, he unleashes all stored energy at once in every direction. Sounds pretty cool. And then let's take a look at his signature ability here. It's called Foresight. Gain a unique bonus based on how many bars of power are full at the start of the fight. So he prepares a unique bonus based on how many bars of power are full at the start of the fight. With 0 bars, his special attacks become unblockable with a stack of something or more prowess. With 1 bar, while blocking, he gains stun immunity, and enemies lose ability accuracy, a percentage of ability accuracy. So that's pretty interesting there. With 2 bars, special attacks leave the target incinerated for a percentage of the special damage dealt over a number of seconds. Or with 3 bars of power, he starts the fight with steady release active for 2 seconds. And steady release, if we come back up here, does it say anything about that? I don't believe it does. Maybe I'm just missing this. Okay. So yeah, looks like his awakened ability may not be entirely necessary to the character to make him like really good, but it does look like it's going to be a very good bonus to the character. But what I'm getting, it seems like his regular abilities are pretty powerful. But we'll see. The champion has to come out in the game, and then we can actually decide how useful he'll be. So let's take a look at his synergies here. First things first, this is the Chronal Anchor. It's between Bishop and Psylocke. The opponents are petrified for 1 second after they fill a bar of power, reducing their regeneration and power gain effectiveness by a percentage. So I think Petrify, if I'm thinking of the right thing, is that's what Void puts on. That's one of his debuffs. And if you get enough of those, then it actually, like, it can reduce their regeneration and power gain into, like, the negative, where they're losing power and losing health as well. But I don't think you'll ever get to that point. Looks like, though, there's a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5 for the Chronal Anchor. I don't know what it means. It's just something that they data mined. So it could mean a lot of things. Possibly, like, the higher level you get Bishop at, like a 3, 4, 5 stars, not a 6 star, I guess, but depending on like what level you get him at, it'll be more powerful or something. And then that's kind of where these are at as well. So he has a bunch of synergies with people. They're all called energy conduits. I don't know if that's on purpose, that they're all the same thing, but I could see it being the same thing, just to like buff up Bishop's energy resistance. It looks like that's what it's gonna be. So they may. I'm not getting super good vibes off of this, but it gives. It gives prowess to Bishop is what it is, and it gives energy resistance to whatever other character you put into the fight. So looks like I don't know. There's a lot of people you can do it with. This one here says Bishop. Everyone else gets energy resistance. I still don't think it's that great. Depends on how good prowess is for Bishop, and if you need to start the fight with prowess stacks, like for his awakened ability, then it may be good to take in maybe a synergy or 2 for Bishop. Take in like a Doctor Strange or a Cyclops and an Electro. Also Storm you could take in, just to give him some extra prowess and possibly give him more attack, give him more regen. So actually, the more I think about it, the more interesting it seems. So the thing is here, we don't know the numbers on these. We don't know how good he actually is, how hard he's gonna hit, how much utility he actually has. So just based off these abilities, though, I'm assuming he's gonna be an okay defender at least, and that might be what he's supposed to do in this game, is be a defender. Just if it really depends on like these energy damage and attacks against him. If they're like really important to his base abilities, then you may just want to stick him on defense, let him get whacked up a little bit by some people in Alliance War or something, and he'll do some work as a defender. Also, though, it does look like he could have potential as an offensive character if you put in some of these synergies. Maybe get some good prowess going, and get your power going, and you could regenerate, you could purify debuffs, bleed debuffs. So yeah, there's all kinds of things that you can use him for. It looks like There's no way to tell how good he's going to be right now, though. But that's the information we have on Bishop right now. So thank you so much for coming here today. I hope this helps you out a little bit. It gives me a basic idea of what Bishop's going to be, so I hope it gives you the same idea. If you know anything more about this, or if you have a different understanding than I do, you're welcome to leave some comments down below. Let me know what I've missed, let me know what I'm not seeing, and yeah, thank you so much for coming here, and until I see you next, hang in there. May the RNG be with you, and goodbye.